Hey guys, it's been a while, hasn't it? Well, this Wednesday will be, 2 weeks since I last uploaded? Well, there's a bit of a reason as to why I kind of disappeared for a couple of weeks. It'd be 10 days technically. Maybe 11, I don't know, but time to go over these reasons. The reasoning kind of all started around, Thursday? Yeah, it was like Thursday night. I was in the midst of playing my PS2, and that night I was playing to get back to the Gran Turismo 3 Nostalgia Challenge. This wasn't this past Thursday, this was couple Thursdays ago? Anyway, I was playing my PS2, and then the games just stopped working gradually. I was playing Gran Turismo 3, and the game was noticeably going slower than normal. So, I go to play ATV Off-Road Fury 2. The game isn't loading at all. So I go to play Dangerous Hunts. Game isn't loading at all. I go to play Gran Turismo 3, the game is barely loading. It gets to the game, but then it's going very slowly. And then some of the other games actually get to the actual, game data, but it won't load. Gran Turismo 3 was kind of like that, but it actually got to, where you could play the game, but it was, going very slowly. And then Taurus Trophy was working just fine, but its sister game, Gran Turismo 4, wasn't working at all. And I went to figure out what was going on, because the DVD-based games weren't working, but the CD-based games like Ready to Rumble and SpongeBob Revenge of the Flying Dutchman, they were just fine. They were perfect. So while I wasn't completely out of a PS2, I was mostly out of a PS2. So I go to look up online what's going on. Turns out that the laser in a PlayStation 2 has two little screws that you can calibrate in the back. One for DVD, one for CD. Turns out the DVD part of the laser needed calibrated. So I went to go do that on Friday night. I had brought the PlayStation 2. I had actually also brought Ready to Rumble Boxing Round 2. Hoping to film us playing that Friday night, because I was a homies on a Friday night. So I go to work on the PlayStation 2, and while I was working on it, the rest of things just began to fall apart. The disc tray started acting up, you couldn't put it in completely all the way. It went off track, and it was just broken. Ultimately, it broke while I was trying to fix it. I mean, the system wasn't under warranty, so I get online on Facebook that Friday night and ask, hey, does anyone know how to fix a PlayStation 2? And then my contact at the Retro Underground, our sponsor, had actually said, hey, run it by the store and we'll look at it tomorrow and maybe trade it in. But I didn't want to be dishonest and say I have a PlayStation 2 that's just a little gimpy, so I took a picture of it, or a video of it really, and said it was still in a few pieces because I didn't want to be not honest. I wanted to be fully truthful, as I always am. But basically, they did help me out in the end. Saturday rolls around, and by the way, I want to add this. We didn't get homies on a Friday night in that night, because from 10:30 p.m. to 12:30 a.m., me and the guys were outside swimming all night long. That was the longest time I had been in a swimming pool in forever. So no homies on a Friday night 24 that Friday. We're gonna get it in this Friday. And you need to hear this part. So that Saturday, the day after that Friday, I take it up to the Retro Underground, and they completely replaced the PlayStation 2 I had. They gave me a brand new one. The original one that I had had before. Free of charge. And I also had taken the silver PlayStation 2 for out at my grandmother's where we do homies on a Friday night. And they replaced that free of charge too. They've really helped out this channel, and it's apparently because me and the others shouting them out, it's really helped out their business. So they've really helped out this channel because, well, I've helped them out. And I'm telling you, I'm really grateful to have these guys on my side, and it's just I am grateful. It's a blessing, honestly. So I want to thank the Retro Underground for helping us out once again, And this was like a big help out. Like, they've helped us out with games and new consoles before, but they literally replaced 2 of my systems free of charge. They helped me out big time, and honestly, I wish there was something more I could do besides shout them out, because I feel like I owe them more. Like, I really do. Like, I wish there was something more I can do. But I'm just grateful to these guys. Thank you so much. I've been waiting for the right time to do this shout out, and I think my return to YouTube this week is the right time. And then last week wasn't very good, actually, for my family. Last Monday, my mom was informed that her I guess that was her stepfather growing up. My grandfather, the man who I'd come to see as my maternal grandfather, like raised, he had passed away last Sunday. So that was just shocking news, and I took a break from YouTube for a bit. I grew up knowing him a good bit. It's not the grandfather you see sometimes in Homies on a Friday Night. This is a different one. Not my biological maternal grandfather. I've come to know him, though, pretty good. This was my mom's stepdad. He passed away, and it was shocking news for all of us. So I didn't film anything last week because of that. And Tuesday we had to, I guess, attend his funeral. I mean, it wasn't like a funeral in a traditional sense. It was me, my mom, Gina, David, and my mom's stepbrother, half-brother. I think they were step-siblings. I think that's what it was, step-sibling? Yeah. But we attended his funeral, I guess it was, and then I just didn't get any filming in. I didn't want to film his funeral because I thought that had been completely disrespectful to him, so I wanted to avoid doing that, out of respect of him. And then Thursday, me, Gina, David, my mom, and my mom's mom, my grandmother, not the one we do Homies on a Friday Night with, but my other grandmother, we went to the county fair. I was going to film that, but, excuse me. I was going to film that, but I decided not to because my battery was so-so. I didn't get a good enough charge before we left the house, and I didn't want to risk it dying. So I just took pictures, put it up on Facebook, Instagram. I was going to film me and Gina on this one really crazy ride, but my glasses had flew off my face, and seeing what happened to my glasses, I didn't want that happening to my iPod, because, well, Apple screens are not really sturdy. So I didn't want to do that. Friday wasn't a Homies on a Friday night. This coming Friday will be. I decided I wanted to return to YouTube this week, though, because, well, I mean, I've had time to let everything kind of just, like, simmer down, and everything's a lot more calm now, I guess. Still miss my grandfather, but, I've had time to settle down a little bit. This Thursday I have an event coming up. I'm hoping to film it. I'll just have to ask my friend if it's okay. It's a bit of a big event because I don't really get to see this person that much. She appeared in, maybe 1 or 2 of my past videos, but I don't really get to see her this much. So I'm gonna ask her tonight if it's okay if I film our thing we're going to do together this Thursday. This Friday night, I want to try to get us to play the PlayStation 2 that we got from Retro Underground for Homies on a Friday Night 24. And I'm going to dedicate the whole episode to Retro Underground. I honestly can't believe they helped us out, like, to this degree. Like, this was huge for us. Like, I just can't get over how much they helped us with this. Like, this is great. So, I'm going to be getting back to filming this week. Any other future updates for videos I'm going to do? I may do the GT3 Nostalgia Challenge sometime this week. I may even get back to the Simpsons game this week. I haven't really touched that in a while. May get back to it soon. Homies on a Friday Night 24 will definitely be done this week. Even if I have to force Gina at gunpoint. Nah, I'm just kidding about gunpoint. I wouldn't do that to my family. What else is there? An update on this charming man. I've been handwriting it. Here, give me a second, folks. Give me a second. Alright, here I come. I've been handwriting it. What I have here is the script to it, but I've only gotten up to halfway up to scene 3. Nothing more of that since. I'll get back to it, though. I will get back to writing this as soon as possible. And speaking of writing, I've been kind of in a stump with the Summer of '04, my current book I'm working on for DeviantArt. Usually, most of my stories are supposed to say something about me or what's going on, I guess, like all in metaphor. But, recently, the Summer of '04, like what it was supposed to be based on in my life, it's kind of taken a different turn. Like, the Summer of '04 is supposed to be a tragedy, but I don't know. Things have been getting better. And that's good. That's really good. But here's the conflict with that. I'm only good at writing tragedy when it's like, well, happening. Like 20 Victims, which was kind of a tragedy, I guess. A drama, I reckon. I don't know. That was all metaphor for something else going on in my life. I won't get into that because, again, personal issues. The only story, though, that's not, like, related to me and my life is 32. That was just something I started writing when I was a junior in high school. In fact, I have the story completed in screenplay form. So, I'm thinking about just maybe canceling the Summer of '04. If I do, I will just summarize the rest of the story. So, I just wanted to update y'all on what's going on and where I've been. I'm back to YouTube now. So, good to be back. This is definitely my longest vlog ever, but, you know, when you got a lot to say, you got a lot to say. And I don't monetize my crap, so going over the 10-minute mark, it's just something that happens. And I don't really edit my vlogs, because if I have something to talk about, I want to make sure I get everything out there. If I have a gaffe here and there, I have a gaffe here and there. But, yeah. Alright guys, I'm out.